Get your brand connected to 35 million readers in India and 2 million in the USA. Global Eye Magazine, the fastest growing Indo-US weekly. Our magazine dives deep into exclusive stories, face-to-face interviews, and key happenings across the USA and India, delivering content you won't find anywhere else. Advertise with Global Eye Magazine and reach highly targeted and influential audience. Contact us to book your ad space.
Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show.
Join us for the GSA Global Millets Expo on April 11th and 12th, 2025, hosted by Purdue University College of Agriculture Department of Food Sciences in collaboration with the Global Strategic Alliance, USA, and the Global Eye International Institute for Leadership, taking place at the Purdue University campus at West Lafayette, Indiana. This exciting event unites farmers, food producers, industry leaders, and innovators from the USA and India to celebrate and explore the incredible potential of millets, supergrain. Showcase your millet products, set up an exhibit booth, and connect with partners who share a vision for healthier, sustainable food solutions. Don't miss this opportunity to network, discover new markets, and gain valuable industry insights. Register now as a delegate to secure your spot and be part of this transformative event in sustainable agriculture. For more details, email us at gsaglobalmilletsexpo@gmail.com. See you there.
Are you feeling anxious, overwhelmed, sad, or lonely? Do you feel depressed or suffer from any stress? Stop worrying. Get connected. Open the door to the Link and Option Center's certified community behavioral health clinic in South Holland.
Hello, I am Dr. Twain Green, founder, president, and CEO of the Link and Option Center. And I personally invite you to come into my agency, learn, explore, and connect to the many services that we offer that will mean so much to your well-being. At the Lincoln Option Center, for the past 30 years, we believe in empowering minds and linking you with options.
For CCBHC Access to Care Connection, call today 708-331-8111. If in crisis, call the Lincoln Option Center Crisis Hotline 800-261-8905. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, where a professional counselor is waiting to help, free of charge. Let your faith be bigger than your fear of accessing care.
Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP's podcast, the Dr. VGP Talk Show that reaches 35 million households in India and 2 million across North America. Success, achievements, guts, courage, commitment, pragmatic leadership, transformative change maker. These are a few of the attributes of our guest in this Dr. VGP's podcast. Meet a woman of steel who's born to win and believes in the X factor of self-belief. Dr. TAMILISAI SOUNDARAJAN, who has created history in India by being the only person to have a dual governorship of the state of Telangana and as the Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Puducherri for 3.5 years. Believe it or not, this woman of steel left the corridors of Raj Bhavan with her faultless charm. There is nothing more to impress, but there is more to discover about the exquisite, ethereal woman of steel. As I said earlier, she left the corridors of power in Raj Bhavan to stand for the South Madras Lok Sabha Member of Parliament seat recently, just because the fire in her belly to propagate and promote Prime Minister Narendra Modi's historic reforms and initiatives take it to the streets of Tamil Nadu. In her own words in this episode, you will hear Dr. TAMILISAI SOUNDARARAJAN saying she has dedicated the rest of her life to propagating and serving her mentor and her hero, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, by taking his historic initiatives to the streets of Tamil Nadu. What's next for this woman of steel? Yes, the best is yet to come. Welcome to Dr. VGP's podcast, the Dr. VGP talk show that reaches 35 million households in India and 2 million across North America. Success, achievements, challenges, guts, pragmatic leadership, die-hard loyalty, transformative change maker are just a few attributes of our guest today on Dr. VGP's podcast, the Dr. VGP talk show. She shaped the image of the modern Tamil woman in the digital age, spawned a generation of would-bes and wannabes, created in Kanyakumari district, crowned by a sea of success, and the best is yet to come. Welcome, the woman of steel, Dr. TAMILISAI SOUNDARAJAN, who created history in India by serving simultaneously for 3.5 years as the governor of the state of Telangana and the lieutenant governor of the Union Territory of Puducherri. Madam, welcome to Dr. VGP's talk show. Madam, thank you so much among your busy schedule. You're unstoppable. We can see the fire in your belly. You resigned as the governors of both states and you contested for the South Madras Lok Sabha seat, which is an Indian parliamentary seat in the southern state of Tamilnadu. And you have such resilience that you bounced back and you are traveling the state length and breadth, talking to the Karyakatas and still making the lotus bloom in every corner of Tamil Nadu. We salute you, ma'am. Tell us a little bit about your early childhood and growing up years.
First of all, I am very thankful to you for a very good introduction. I don't know whether I am really fit for that, but anyhow.
You earned every syllable of it.
Okay, and my early childhood was a very challenging childhood. It was not a smooth path, and I am the eldest in my family. Then 3 sisters.
You're born to an illustrious freedom fighter, Mr.
Yes.
Kumari Anand.
Yes, my both grandparents also involved in freedom fighting, and my father. Everyone knows that he was a freedom fighter. He was a congressman. More than he was a PCC president in Tamil Nadu. And my early childhood, because I was the eldest and then immediately 2 sisters I had. At that time, my father was a very busy politician. So if somebody comes to the house and asks, what are your daughters doing? My father used to call me and ask, Baba, he say, you tell this uncle, which standard you are studying. Then I used to tell. Only that way of
that gave you the initial confidence and courage.
So my father's concentration on was such a limited one because he is not for the house, he is for the country. And even my sisters, only 1 or 2 years difference, I had 2 sisters. And the most challenging period of my childhood was the emergency period.
1975.
1975. I was studying in my school, high school, not Chennai, Chennai. We were not Chennai at that time. At that time, my mother was a full-term pregnant person, and my father was imprisoned because he was an old Congress member, and he was prisoned for 10 months. Then immediately after 2 months after they were all absconded. We didn't know where they were, and then we found that they were all imprisoned. Then my mother got labor pains. At that time, nobody was there in our house because most of them were imprisoned. As my father was not there in the office for more than 2 to 3 months, nobody, no driver, no assistant, no PAs. I ran to the corner of the street, took a rickshaw and took my mother, and she was admitted in a maternity hospital. And my younger sister, who is also a doctor now, she was born. So recently, I penned an article saying that a child was crying to give concern for the mother for the cesarean. That child is now signing the paper of a governor, taking oath as a governor by signing as a constitutional authority. So such a difficult path because my father was a politician. So that shadow of the political turmoil always influenced our family. Whatever may be the political situation in the country as well as in Tamil Nadu, it got influence in our family situation also. So what all that blunt as a child.
You got ingrown into the whole political.
So probably I became a very strong person because of these sensational issues which I handled even when I was a child.
Just as I rightly described, I think the early challenges made you a woman of steel today.
Yes, yes.
And you're doing so much. It's such a wonderful, and you're born in Kalekali, Kaliyavali, town
Nagarkoil, it is a
in
small Nagarkoil.
Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari district, which is in the southernmost tip of India. It's called the Land's End. Now, tell me about your growth. It's phenomenal in the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is India's today's ruling party. You joined the party in 1999, and then you immediately, and you became in 2003 to 2006 the National Medical Secretary for the whole country, being a physician. I still remember you. I think you were a junior of mine in Madras Medical College. You were a very studious girl with two plats, going from building to building, carrying the doctor's coat. And no one could imagine that time. We used to say, call you by your dad's name, that's Kumari Anandan's daughter. But we never knew that you would rise to such phenomenal heights. And I think the best is not yet come, seeing the fire in your belly. Now, after that, after National Medical Secretary, you rose to become the State General Secretary for the State Party in 2003. And then you were the State Vice President from 2010 to 2012. And then you became the National Secretary for the whole Bharatiya Janata Party from 2012 to 2014. And then in 2014, you adorned the mantle of the first woman state president of BJP. And I think the only woman president in the whole country in any BJP state chapter.
I was the only person.
Wow, that's indeed a distinct honor. And you seem to be being crowned with the sea of successes. What do you think what is that in you that sparks success after success?
First of all, liking for my country, ideology. That only attracted me towards BJP. My father, during my childhood, always tells this, our spiritualism and nationalism are our two eyes. So when I was studying by 5th standard or 6th standard, my father presented me a book on the great poet Bharatiya and a book on Vivekananda. And book of Vivekananda taught me the spiritualism, and the book on Bharatiya, the patriotism. So I grew with that mindset, with that ideology. But my father did not know. Because of that, his daughter will go against him with a party which has as two eyes, the spiritualism and the patriotism and the nationalism. So I entered the politics, and as my childhood, the entry of my political career also was very, very challenging, because my father is a congressman and he was a very active Congress functionary at that time. And even my paternal uncle was also an MLA at that time. And because of my traditional Congress background, I was interested in joining the BJP. So my father, in a lighter sense, once just in a simple way, I asked my father, BJP is a good party, no? My father got angry. He was very furious. So I thought, if I tell now, he won't accept it. So very subtly, I went and became a member of the BJP for almost 10 months. I didn't disclose it. We used to go to the medical camps which was conducted by the BJP medical week. One sudden day, there was a conference which introduced all the newcomers. At that time, I was introduced. My father was campaigning in a village, touring in a village near Ramanathapuram. It came as headlines in some of the papers, and my father called my husband, Dr. Soundarajan, because he is the cushion between both of us. He go, what is happening like that? Then he got very angry. But anyhow, he told, okay, I bless the child. And then he didn't talk with me for more than 10 months.
Wow.
And had a very challenging period. My husband, Dr. Soundarajan, and my mother stood as pillars beside me. And with my mother told, you only grew her with courage and commitment. Then why are you opposing her? So my father became casual.
So
and then my entry, I climbed the ladder step by step in Bharatiya Janata Party as a Karyakarta and medical wing secretary of a district and medical wing general secretary of the state and medical wing secretary of the country and then general secretary of the parent body. It was very unusual. It was very unusual for a person entering from the wing, that is cell, medical cell, to parent body. Very unusual, because usually the leaders will be from the parent body. So seeing my commitment and hard work, I was given the responsibility as the general secretary, and then I was elevated as vice president of the party. And seeing my work within the state, I was elevated as the national secretary, one among the 10, all over the country, and I was serving them. And yet another 1 year was there to complete my national secretaryship. Before that, an opportunity to take the state leadership came, and I accepted it. And from national secretary, I came as a state president. And another very great achievement which I feel is, I am the longest served president of Bharatiya Janata Party in this. Even though many leaders decorated that seat, I am the only person who had the longest tenure as state president of Bharatiya Janata Party. More than 5.5 years I served as, because first tenure completed, and because of my hard work and commitment at that time, Bharatiya Janata Party was in a growing state.
Yes.
So I was given a second opportunity also. That also I was doing a very hard work. And then I was elevated as governor of Telangana. And after 1 year, I was given an additional responsibility as lieutenant governor of Puducherri. As 4.5 years, I served as the governor of Telangana. And 3.5 years, I served as additional charge lieutenant governor of Puducherry.
Great. You know, I remember in 2018, you as the state president with your handbag and saris were traveling length and breadth of Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
How I was thinking to myself, here is a young physician, a woman in a man's world. And how did you manage that? Going from city to city, and you didn't have any of the props the other politicians had. You didn't have an entourage, you didn't have a car, you didn't have but you went with determination and self-belief, and you proved yourself. You planted the lotus everywhere, and you proved that VGP is a party of the masses. You used to go to Dalits' houses and have meals with them. It's not the higher class hierarchy or the Brahmins or somebody like that, but the backward classes like where Prime Minister Modi ji. I mean, what gave you that inspiration?
That is the fire of desire. Which made me to think that during my period, I should grow the party, and the Bharatiya Janata Party should gain an identification in the Dravidian land.
You did that so well.
Yes,
I mean, I remember you even came to Chicago in 2018, and you were honored by a congressional award. And there you only spoke about Modi and how Modi is transforming the lives of the people, Prime Minister Modi ji, and how he has transformed your life, and how you're taking the message to the corners of Tamil Nadu.
Yes. Everyone was surprised when from 2004 to 2014, Congress regained its power. Everyone thought if a person from Congress family will shift to Congress. So my party was very much surprised that during that time, with conviction, I was working in Bharatiya Janata Party. It was a surprise even to the politicians of Tamil Nadu also, because the own fathers and uncles' party is ruling, and a person is roaming here and there. In Tamil Nadu, in an opposition with an opposition party person.
You were a class act, man. You know, you as state president, you had the legends, living legends. I mean, who are no more the giants, Jayalalitha ji and Kalinjar Karnanidhi, and you were competing with them. You were putting them in a corner. You were questioning them, and challenging them, and
retorting them, rebutting them.
Yes, I mean that was something incredible. Never happened.
Yes.
And being a woman, it shows that you came from a world of steel. Would you, I would think, as you rightly pointed earlier, what role has your husband, Dr. Soundarajan, been in so far in your whole journey of your propagating Modi ji from pillar to post?
No, you told I am a physician transformed into a politician. His role is making me as a physician is also there. His role is there making me as a politician is also remarkable, because I got married when I was doing my first year, and I continued my studies.
Oh, you got married in first year itself. And Professor Soundarajan was the assistant professor of nephrology.
He was also a DM student, first year student.
Oh, okay.
He was doing DM, and I was doing my first year MBBS, same medical college, but arranged marriage. And that was my marriage was also on deadlines, because Kalinjar Karnanidhi was the former chief minister at that time. M.G. Ramachandran was the chief minister at that time, and Bhaktavachalan, former chief minister. So almost 3 chief ministers were there in my marriage, and with the blessing of Karunanidhi, the opposition leader, and the MGR, the chief minister, both of them gave us the Mangal Sutra, and with that blessing, we got. So probably I became a politician because politically it was projected. My marriage was also projected, and during my marriage, all the leaders requested Dr. Soundarajan. She looks like a person with a desire to serve the society. So he should not stand on the way of her progress. So almost I don't know why those leaders thought like that. So nobody told us, don't block the way of Soundarajan. Everyone told, don't Soundarajan, don't block the way of Tamilisai. She may progress into a social person. Yeah. So that came true.
Now your name Tamilisai, what does it signify?
Tamilisai, because my father used to tell at that time the anti-Hindi movement was at its peak.
Right.
So everyone took a pride coining the name of the daughters of Tamilisai, Tamil children, Tamil Arasi.
So Tamilisai means
Tamil is our language. Isai means music, and another name is also in pure Tamil is fame. Fame.
Wow, and you lived up to your name. And
so,
tell us now as
Isai pada vaazhudal we say. Isai pada vaazhudal means live with the fame. Fame and name. So fame is also.
Tell me one challenge you overcame as the first woman state president of Tamil Nadu State VGP party.
What to tell? How many
your action speaks for itself.
How many challenges? So many challenges. Because still I should say politics is men's field. So younger than our senior leaders, managing the party, managing the core committee, and making them to accept what all our plans. It was really a great job, challenging job. But I should thank all our senior leaders for cooperating with me, and all our cadres for accepting me as their leader. And most of the challenges we faced was on decisions of by-elections, on the decisions of the alliance partners, on decision because we were in the growing phase at that time. Central party was the ruling party at that time. So we had so many challenges, and traveling, as you said, as a women leader. We didn't have much women karyakartas. We always will be surrounded by only male karyakartas. Women karyakartas very, very few in numbers. So as a women leader, traveling from time to place, and at that time my party was not a luxurious party. So staying place, transport, everything was a challenge for me. Which I should thank my husband. He spent his pocket money. I was practicing. I used to practice and take that money, and I will put petrol for my car, and then I will do a political. So my mother used to tell, when I was a child, I used to tell I want to become a politician. My mother gave nicely. One day she pet me nicely. You should not become a politician. You should become a doctor. Then she told me, no, you should become a doctor. You should have some earning. Then only you should enter politics. So only you won't grab others' money. You will have your money. So that really helped me. So I used to finish my clinic, have some money, and then with that money I spent for the party. Like that only I grew, and I grew the party also. So,
you did such a fantastic job during your time because you sowed the seeds of the lotus into the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu. And one thing is, being your family heritage, people were ready to listen to you and accept you. And that history should never forget.
Yeah, as you mentioned about the great leaders Jayalalitha and Kalaignar. I should be thankful to them because Madam Jayalalitha, immediately when I became the president, I was shocked. She was the chief minister at that time. Suddenly, a special messenger was tapping my door, saying that a special messenger has come from the chief minister's office. I was from the opposition party. I was a strong critic of her during my public meetings and during my press conferences. And I was surprised because almost that order came within few hours, tapping the door and telling a person messenger has come from Madam Jayalalitha's office. She gave a very nice letter congratulating me and a bouquet, saying that immediately JRTV was projecting Madam Jayalalitha congratulated another women leader for acquiring the office. So it was a big surprise. And she thought probably when I met her to give myself, my son and my husband, when we went there to meet her and to give my son's wedding card, she expressed it's very difficult for a woman to come up in politics and to maintain the politics. So your mother, seeing my son, she told, your mother, I appreciate your mother even though she's from an opposition party. I appreciate her Because a women, for a woman to come up in politics is a very, very difficult job, and she is maintaining that. So she congratulated that. It is an unforgettable moment for me. At the same time, Kalaignar also, he gave a statement saying that a child who grew seeing as she has become a national party's president, and it is a history. Father being a president of the national party, and daughter being the state president of the national party, and daughter being the state president of the national party, just diagonally opposite party. It is a history in Tamil Nadu. Whenever the history of Tamil Nadu, the political history is written, father and daughter, a diagonally opposite party.
Never.
They were holding because now we are talking about the children taking the mantle. Yeah. So dynasty politics, but it is very rare. Most of the dynasts are from the same party. Very rarely a person from the other party, national party, actually acquiring the same position as him. It was a very.
You are a history maker. You made history. Talking of history, you were the first lady governor for the state of Telangana. Tell us about that period when you were sworn in 2019.
Yeah.
You really gave fruit to open up the Raj Bhavan and made it a Prajati Bhavan for the People's Bhavan. Tell us about that and how you were able to transform the Raj Bhavan and People's and bring Prime Minister Modi closer to the people of Telangana. You first sowed the seeds of Prime Minister Modi's VGP in the state of Tamilnadu. Then as a role of the governor, since you were the president's representative, your actions reflected the Prime Minister's ideals to the length and breadth of Telangana. And we see the results today.
First of all, I thank our Honorable Prime Minister for identifying me for that post. I was the youngest governor at that time.
Yes.
And as you said, during my presidency also, I used to propagate about the good schemes of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. And another phrase was coined by me, Vendum Modi, Mendum Modi. We want Modi, again we want Modi. That was a Tamil phrase coined by me. So I always used to say
Mendum Modi,
Mendum Modi, we want Modi. Mendum again we want Modi. So that phrase was coined by me. And another phrase was coined, Tamilagathil oru kodi uruppinar serpom, Modi aatchi amaipom. We will enroll 1 crore membership and we will regain Modi's rule in Tamil Nadu also. So these phrases became very popular, and Tamilagathil Thamare, Malarnde Thiru, one day Lotus will bloom in Tamil Nadu. That was a very popular phrase.
Absolutely.
And I always admire our Honorable Modi ji, because being a person, a women politician, the Dravidian parties were not able to accept women rising as a political leader. So they were trolling, they were all doing all humiliations, they were all doing. But one word I always remember, when he came to states only, somebody asked, how can you be vibrant always? 24 hours you are so busy, you are not lazy at all. What are you taking? Then Honorable Prime Minister said, I am taking the criticisms. Because of the criticism, I am very vibrant. So that words I always take it as a lesson from a golden words, which also indicated towards me. So with that, I was with a very challenge. I was
here, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been your mentor, and you're doing such a wonderful job sowing the seeds. Tell us how it was in Telangana as the governor.
Yeah, Telangana, first of all, I was projected as I was felt by the people because of my activities as our governor, Mana governor, they used to take. Then they also, here also politically they say me Akka. They also, even though governor, they started calling me Akka. And then I was also, I felt that Telangana was my second house, because traditionally, by food, by costume and everything, by character and religious activities, almost it is, we were all Madras state only, we were brothers and sisters once. After lingual separation only, they became a separate state. So I felt that, because I thanked our Honorable Prime Minister, I was not made a governor of Mizoram or Nagaland. I would have felt very bad. But a sister state. So I felt very happy. Then I took the Raj Bhavan. Raj Bhavan doors were open for the people. And I have to mention that when I entered, 14 universities were without vice chancellors.
Wow.
Then I compelled the government to appoint vice chancellors. That was done. And at that time, transport strike was such, it did speak. Then one time, even the private taxis actually announced strike. So immediately, almost 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I called all the private taxi owners and I told, okay, government, I cannot actually compel them. But as private owner tax, because pregnant ladies are relying on you and the students are relying on you, so you should not do. So accepting my words, they withdrew the
tax.
case.
Wow.
So first time in the history of Telangana, at 9 o'clock, Raj Bhavan had a discussion with the private taxi owners, and next day, because not the people. So the people started thinking that this is a governor. She is not for herself. Why she should talk get them all them in the Raj Bhavan? All my security officers are opposing. No, after 5 o'clock, how can we allow such drivers inside the Raj Bhavan? No, it is for the people.
Correct.
So at that time,
you revolutionized.
Immediately people thought, oh, there is a person sitting in Raj Bhavan only for the people. So the papers started writing People's Governor. So I had a name as Praja Governor, Praja Bhavan, sitting in the. Another thing, irony was, Chief Minister was sleeping inside the farmhouse. So Chief Minister was not meeting the people, but Governor was meeting the people. So that Raj Bhavan was coined a name as Praja Bhavan, not by myself, by people and media. And then I concentrated on the universities and I made the government to appoint vice chancellors. And first of all, I changed some of the practices in the Raj Bhavan. I made all the workers to do yoga. So immediately we started yoga classes and we digitalized because e-office, we made all the office into e-office. The system was e-office system. Because of that only, even though I was in Puducherri, I was able to clear the files because the e-system, the only first Raj Bhavan to maintain the e-office system and the digitalized library. And during the first phase of Corona, I gave instructions to the governor to the government as doctor. Such practices may be practiced to combat Corona. But at that time, Chief Minister was very reluctant. He told, no, if hot summer comes, this Corona will run away. Like that, he told, other 1 crore will be enough. He was so ignorant about Corona, but COVID. But I highlighted all the dangerous points, and I only made them to.
So your 12 months of hard work.
Yeah. Then I visited the hospitals wearing PPE. All the security officers told, no, we cannot allow you because at the same time 30 medical officers were affected by Corona and they got admitted. And the whole doctor fraternity started agitating, saying that even when we are not safe, how can we treat? So I went wearing the PPE, went to the hospital and visited the wards where the doctors were admitted and I consoled them. And because of my visit, the doctors also withdrew the strike and all the people had the service. So these are the...
You were very proactive.
Proactive and people friendly, I can say.
And the 12 months of Telangana made the Prime Minister and the government appoint you as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherri.
Yes.
And you were 3 months on government rule. And tell us
what made them to think that 6 villages were adopted. In Telangana, 6 tribal villages were adopted. And we administered in such a way...
The COVID vaccines.
Not only COVID. The infrastructure, I improved the infrastructure in the tribal villages. Whether it was hospital was installed, constructed, and schools were constructed, and the small scale, some of the small scale industries like paper plate making, cup making,
employment
generation was there, and where we donated chicks so that poultry farming, so many things were there. Then after 1 year, as you said, I was appointed as given an additional charge as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherri. Then one interesting thing I have to tell.
Yes.
Because when I became the Governor of Telangana, most of the critics came forward and told, no, she's the youngest person, she's not having experience as Chief Minister or Minister, how she's going to manage this state. Then I told, I'm a gynecologist. Telangana is the newborn state. So as a gynecologist, I can manage a newborn baby. That is Telangana. Yeah. Then when I was given an additional charge, They same critics came forward and okay, she managed Telangana. How she is going to manage Puducherri? Again, I told I am a gynecologist. If a singleton is born, is also gynecologist can manage. If twin babies born, also gynecologist can manage. So this is
So very well said.
this is my twin baby. So I will manage. So I managed. I should be thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister, President, and the Home Minister. In spite of 2 to 3 reshuffles within 3 years,
Yes.
they did not disturb me, and I was serving as a governor of Telangana at additional charge as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherri. 4.5 years as governor, 3.5 years as
You
lieutenant.
made a mark, ma'am, in both states. And I was seeing at the last period in Republic Day, phenomenally, you raised the flag in Hyderabad. And then the same day before 12 noon, when India's national flag should be raised, you raised it in Puducherri. And I was told you chartered a private aircraft to go there and come. And that private aircraft which you had was out of your own pocket
Yes,
expense.
my own pocket.
Or from your own salary you paid
Yes.
for it. You didn't take it from the
Yes.
coffers of the state of Telangana nor for the Union Territory of Puducherri.
yes.
Please tell us about that historic
Yeah,
and how that happened. That is
because-
really shows your complete personality in that one stroke, one act what you did reveals what Prime Minister Modi ji goes on talking about self-belief and keeping to the people and serving the people. Tell us about that.
Yeah, first of all, I am thankful for our Honorable Prime Minister and President for giving me that opportunity to raise the flags in the 2 states. And by 7:30, I completed the flag hosting at Telangana, and then immediately took the chartered flight to Puducherri. But I thought because because of the opportunity, I should not take the expenses from either of the state. So I spent from my pocket. And my chief secretary from Puducherry, he told you are eligible for the
Yes,
chartered flight.
absolutely.
So you can reimbursement. You can ask for reimbursement. I told no, because because of my commitment to the 2 states, I travel like that. So I should not only that. Whenever it is possible, I traveled only by the economy class.
Wow.
Not I always don't take the business
Business
class. And second thing, I can travel by taking 5 members. For example, 1 ADC, 1 CSO, 1 PA, 1 personal
Right.
assistant, and myself. But during all my tenure, I took only 1 ADC with me, cutting the expenses of a PS, CSO and assistant and PA. Because why I should spend? Because my travel was frequent travel between Telangana and Puducherry. I was taking only one of my ADC, so I cut short the expenses. Even almost 50% expenses were cut short from Rajanivas, Puducherry. And for my expenses for food and my family only infrequently visited, because my husband, my daughter both stayed in Chennai, and my son and daughter-in-law stayed in Coimbatore. So I was only saying infrequently they come. 15,000 my mess bill I paid to Telangana
Wow,
government.
my God, that's incredible. I thought, no wonder you never invited us to have dinner in Rajbhavan. I didn't know, because all the governors usually have their family and all, is part of the expenses allowed.
So every year 15,000 was paid as mess bill to whoever came to meet me and
Okay,
family
it
members.
reminds me of President Abdul Kalam, who did the same thing when his family members visited Rashtrapati Bhavan. That's a very tall order, Dr.
So
Soundarajan.
when my mother got in contract operation also, they told as governor's mother, the expenses can be taken from the governor's office. No, I denied. 80,000 I myself paid. So I was very strict in that procedure. So no government money should be taken by.
I mean, that's very noble of you, ma'am.
Yes.
You're talking about that. We call a former secretary to governor of Tamil Nadu, whose mother had some medical bills and things, was completely borne by the Raj Bhavan of Tamil Nadu very recently. And you're saying this is all shocking news, revealing news about your personality and how you saved the dollars and how you serve the community relentlessly, and you're doing it with your own funds. I mean, something incredible. Now tell us.
And another thing, achievement also at Telangana. When I went there, the governor's discretionary grant was only 10 lakhs. Then I appealed the government, and then we got 2 crores, and then we got 5 crores.
Wow.
Very strictly it was spent for the tribals and needy.
Very
so
good.
that was also.
That's fantastic. As Lieutenant Governor of Puducherri, what was you did so much.
Yes.
We were seeing you shuttling between both the
Yes.
states, but every state had your attention.
Yes, yes.
And especially in Puducherri, you used to go to the rural Karyakal and all that. Tell us about that. What was
Puducherri, two phases I have to tell. One, governor's route, and then the when the government took over.
Please.
Because first I went there immediately.
And you had the credit, I should be saying credit, of forming the first BGP coalition
Yes.
government-led government in
There's
Puducherri.
giving oath to an NDA chief minister. And when I went there, within 20 days, that government toppled, and then the responsibility came to me as to maintain the government as governor's president rule.
Yes.
And with only two advisors, one IAS and one IPS advisors. 3 months governor's rule was there, and at that time second phase of corona was also at its peak.
Yes.
So no council of ministers, no office, no government office, but with that I managed, and I was appreciated for managing COVID better than Tamil Nadu, the nearby state.
Yes.
And more than 50% of the load of the government hospitals of Puducherri and Zipmer were Tamil Nadu people. So we did not deny the treatment for Tamil Nadu.
I know one medication which they required for coronavirus. You got it specially flown in from the
Remdesivir was the only medicine at that time. And the Tamil Nadu and Puducherri did not have it. But for Puducherrians, I wanted to get it. So I flew to Telangana and took almost 2 to 3 packs of Remdesivir. And there was no scarcity for Remdesivir at all.
Wow.
And even for private colleges, we gave Remdesivir and vaccination also. And there was a scarcity in Tamil Nadu. We did not have the scarcity. Proactively, we got the vaccination, and we had a very good vaccination drive. When I went there, only 800 people were vaccinated, and after that, 8 lakh doses.
Wow. So you really.
So I had a movement like a street corner meetings, vaccination camps we conducted. I walked on the roads of Puducherri. Then I had meetings with the JIPMER director, with all the medical colleges, deans and the RMO and the deans of the government colleges, and myself and the health secretary, former health secretary, to help us. So almost every Thursday we had a meeting, and with that planning, we very exemplary we managed corona. And I improved the infrastructure in the government hospitals also.
Wow.
At that time, we announced that if a person donates 12,000 rupees, we named it as Uyir Kaatru. Uyir Kaatru means oxygen. So one oxygen cylinder and one bed for 12,000. So if you are donating me 12,000, we will provide a bed and an oxygen cylinder in the hospital. Like that, 500 to 600
people came forward.
Yeah, forward. So 600 to 700 bed strength was improved. Then particularly we requested our Honorable Prime Minister to give pulse oximeters and oxygenators, and unique thing we followed, that is pulse oximeter bank we had, because we advised the patients for isolation, home isolation. But we wanted them to monitor the oxygen level in the blood, and we wanted them to inform us. But if they wanted to get the pulse oximeter, it was 2,000 to 2,500 rupees. So we got 200 to 300 pulse oximeters, and we had as a bank. So whenever we advised a person for home isolation, we gave a pulse oximeter with them. So the take caring person used to inform us, and when they got rid of COVID, then we got it sterilized and we had it. So the people, without any stress, without any financial implications, they had their isolation.
Such a remarkable woman of action you have done. With all these accomplishments, which are on a daily basis, between shuttling to Telangana, Hyderabad and Puducherri, all of a sudden we see one day you resign from the governorship and you're contesting for the South Madras Lok Sabha seat. Tell us, how did that happen and how was that?
It was a surprise and shock to most of my friends, not only Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Puducherri. Almost went into a shock mode when I decided that. And even now my friends used to ask, such a wonderful constitution and for such a topmost post, how can you have that mind of resigning it? My desire to serve the people, my desire to be with the people, my desire to move with the people, my desire to talk with the people, my desire to serve the people made me to resign that very prestigious post as the governor, because governor it is a very constitutionally topmost post, but moving with the people was very much restricted, even though Raj Bhavan was called as Praja Bhavan. So I was a politician, so I wanted to serve the people. So I wanted to I wanted to serve the people, and my dream was to, so as a people representative, I should be. So I thought it was a challenging situation. We knew the strength of South Chennai. I was not assured whether I will be not, but let it be a stepping stone. That failure may be a stepping stone. So I resigned and took the challenge. It was unimaginable by anybody. A person sitting in Raj Bhavan with all luxury, with security personnel and with assistants and with protocols, stepping down into the
throwing it all to the winds, going to the streets. Knocking on things. And so I had a call with your husband, Dr. Soundarajan, and asked him. He says that Madam has bursted the bubble. She wants to propagate Prime Minister Modi to the people. She wants to bring all what he's doing for the people, and she couldn't stand that. That's what made her go to the streets. And the Prime Minister Modi's leadership made you go to the people and see it. And you're still, even after the result of the South Madras Lok Sabha election, anybody after all that will sit back. But you didn't sit back and relax. I see you you got 6 districts, you went into the BJP membership drive with such force and passion through everything.
Yeah, even now, immediately, the day, finally the results were announced, even the winning person was not in the field. I was sitting with all my karyakartas, and then I was supportive to them till the last vote was counted. I stayed there and immediately announced, don't think I have failed. It's a success for me because I have entered the politics again, and I will serve the people of South Chennai. I will serve the people of Tamil Nadu, and immediately I opened an office. Even the winning candidate did not open the office. Then immediately we opened an office, and then we took the people's problem, and I announced, I opened a forum, Friends of South Chennai, so that apolitical people also joined. Fantastic. Then through online, almost 500 people registered in that. So we are taking forward the service for the people even in South Chennai, even if you are not the MP. And another thing I want to tell, I am very grateful to my party, where I started as a karyakarta, and without any backing, without any lobby, only my hard work and with the goodwill of my leaders, particularly my Honorable Modi ji, I was risen to the level of the governor. So I want to show the gratitude to my party. So I wanted to contribute to my party in its growth in Tamil Nadu. So it is a challenging field. I should not be very luxurious in a place. I should be a part of the growth in my party. So it is when my strength, and I have courage and strength to work for the people, and I have stamina in my body and mind, I should be working for my party.
So well said. You just heard this woman of steel, Dr. TAMILISAI SOUNDARARAJAN, telling the reason which many of you all wanted to know. Why did she throw up the constitutional posts of 2 states and a union territory to run as a Karyakata for South Madras Lok Sabha seat? Her burning desire, which still continues, to serve the people, to tell the people about Prime Minister Modi ji. And she made a very important statement. When she is well and able, physically and mentally, she wants to continue to go into the field, into the streets, knock on doors, tell people of Prime Minister Modi ji's and BJP's party policies and embrace them. I mean, that's truly noble of you. And I'm sure with all this going on, and she's still traveling. You're doing the membership drive. The other day she was meeting, and
yesterday we were in prison.
Yesterday she was in
custody. We were in the custody of the police for raising our voice for the sake of womenhood in Tamil Nadu. So 2 times within 1 month I was arrested 2 times, and I was with police custody for 2 days.
I mean, we are here with an incredible woman who is so vibrant and sparking, who walks the talk. And she has been one of the few, she's showing the world what Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party can do. And she's continuing to do that. And now, ma'am, you've said so much, you've done so much. It's something incredible. And she still has fire in her belly. Her journey is not yet done. I think it's just begun.
Yes.
Now we'd like to ask you a quick 10 questions, ma'am, to know about where this vibrant personality gets it. First is, what is your favorite author? You're so well read in Tamil and English. What's your favorite author?
My favorite author is Tamil Bharatiya.
Bharatiya. Very good, very good.
Bharatiya, even today I carry a Bharatiya
book.
English, I have read most of Vivekananda's.
Swami Vivekananda's thing. Now tell me.
English also all the other authors.
Yeah.
Most of
if there is one quality which you like to possess and you don't have that, what is that quality?
Which I don't possess.
No, which you don't have. If there's one quality you want to possess. You're a multifaceted personality, you're a physician, you're a mother, you're a leader, you're a game changer, change maker. But is there any one quality?
No, I don't have the quality of laziness at all. Only one quality.
Very hard.
So almost I refine myself. So almost what are the quality which I didn't have, I have almost corrected myself all these 60 years. So mostly I don't
learning experience.
Learning experience. So
what do you think is the greatest challenge that India is facing today?
Greatest challenge is India facing is the difference of opinion between the opposition parties in the alliance, projecting themselves as patriotic, but they are defaming our nationalism among the other countries also. So secularism, even though we are practicing secularism, the opposition parties want a divisive politics so that they can encash it as a political mileage. So that is a very big challenge. Not only now, ever in Bharat is facing is the multilinguistic and the different religions and the secularism. The pseudo-secularism and the secularism. Secularism practiced by our Honorable Modi ji and other leaders, and the pseudo-secularism practiced by the opponents, and then overlapping, making the people feel that Bharatiya Janata is for separating the country, but which is not true. So this challenges. Projecting even the smallest thing in a religious matter, immediately they blow it, and they want to project BJP as a party not for minorities, not for unity. That really pains me also. See, because we are not for like that. So this is a challenge we are facing.
Now, with such an incredible portfolio which you have and such a lot of work, if you write an autobiography of yourself, what will be the title of that book?
So actually,
of all your work.
Because in Tamil, I am writing a series of my activities. So that author asked me what title we can use. So crossing the barriers. I thought breaking the barriers.
Breaking the barriers. So beautiful, very fantastic.
So I thought crossing also, that block will be there. So I don't want even a single block. That's why I will break it. So a women leader. Breaking the barriers. So
very fantastic. I love you see the women in steel in action. You've heard her. Now, if you're given a chance, Madam Dr. TAMILISAI, to take 3 people out for dinner from the past to present, who would those 3 people be?
First of all, our Honorable Prime Minister, because I have a great passion on his political activities and all the other things. And past means Honorable Abdul Kalam ji, because he decorated the presidentship and he gave a very good name for that. But another, because I also give some representation for women, no?
Yeah.
So I will call Madam Sushma Swaraj for that, because as a young lady, she was toiling to grow the party. So these people.
You just heard 2-time Governor Dr. TAMILISAI, the woman of steel, saying 3 people she'll take out for dinner if given an opportunity from the past to present. First is our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's a mentor and a hero, and who's nurtured her, and she's dedicating the rest of her life to him and his ideals. And second would be President Abdul Kalam. For all the information of US Prime Minister Vajpayee, who just had his centenary birthday celebration this week, appointed Abdul Kalam as the President of India. And third is Sushma Swaraj, who was India's External Affairs Minister. who grew the party in the words of Dr. Tamilisai. Now, ma'am, in 3 words, how will you describe yourself?
Calm, courageous, committed.
Wow, she has so beautifully said it. You're even an English laureate, I should say, not only a physician. Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan describes herself in 3 words: calm, courageous, and committed. So well said, 3 C's. So remember that the one woman to look forward to in 2025 and beyond, the woman of steel who is toiling daily in the streets of Tamil Nadu, spreading Prime Minister Modi's message so that the lotus can bloom in Tamil Nadu. And the lotus has already bloomed, but it can blossom, I guess. And she says she's calm, courageous, and committed. Madam Dr. Soundarajan, in parting, we'd like you to give a message to all our viewers, whatever you'd like to tell them.
First of all, I wish the viewers a very, very happy and prosperous 2025. 2025, healthy and wealthy. Because I should wish everyone with a healthy, because we have seen Corona, COVID, and I want everyone to be happy. Don't compromise your happiness for anything. We are there in the world to live our life happily. So don't compromise your happiness. Be fit enough. Do exercise. Be very cautious about your intake. I always say we calculate our currencies, but we don't calculate our calories. So be cautious about your food, your activities. Be happy. Be committed. That's my message.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tamilisai, for joining us today. It's been a great, wonderful pleasure. You all heard the woman of steel, and she's all set to conquer the rest of Tamil Nadu for Bharatiya Janata Party and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Fusion Systems and Services, a powerhouse in innovation, delivering transformative technology solutions. With our groundbreaking cloud-ready product, ITIS, leading the industry as the ultimate RPA solution, trusted by top global enterprises. From mobile application testing to middleware automation, from big data integration to SAP automation, and even Salesforce automation, Fusion Systems is your strategic partner for success. No challenge is too big. No system is too complex. Empower your business with Fusion Systems. Visit us now at fusionsystems.inc.com and revolutionize your future.
Dear viewers, elevate your business to new heights and reach 35 million potential customers with Global Eye Digital. Contact us today at globaleyedigital@gmail.com or info@globaleyedigital.com. Let's take your business global.
Get your brand connected to 35 million readers in India and 2 million in the USA. Global Eye Magazine, the fastest growing Indo-US weekly. Our magazine dives deep into exclusive stories, face-to-face interviews, and key happenings across the USA and India, delivering content you won't find anywhere else. Advertise with Global Eye magazine and reach highly targeted and influential audience. Contact us to book your ad space.